have another concern about this workplace, Respect for Workplace course TriMet offers. I'd like to look at the wording on this letter I got from TriMet. It says, you have been registered for the Respectful Workplace course offered by TriMet. Now, you've been registered when this is something that appears that I have to go. And when I ask about it, it's more of a option for me to volunteer to go. So wouldn't that be an abuse of power, abuse of authority, to register me without even asking me when it's an option? You know, once in the past I was off on light duty, and Hayden Talbot was the station manager, and he asked me if I would like to attend a course had to do with communication during snow and ice. And since I was off anyway and I was just, you know, bundling transfers, I could go and maybe have an input on the class from a driver's standpoint, how things could be better organized, or ideas and how they could make it better during snow and ice emergencies. And I agreed to go. I said, sure, I'll go. We went downtown. It was over by the Lloyd Center. Now, that was the proper way. That was a copy. That was a proper way to handle it. See, I wasn't forced to go.
I'll be there in 1 minute.
But it was up to me. But apparently, Gregory and Ruth decided not to follow the procedure by asking me if I'd like to attend a Respectful Workplace, maybe because they thought I haven't been respectful. But the point was, it was not a requirement. So they went against it, and I thought they had the authority to make me go, when in fact it was not required. It's not mandatory. So in that sense, we question again. Well, we started doing these blogs about managers, you know, keeping their place, not taking things too seriously, and not abusing power, keeping confidentiality, building up the morale of the drivers, and believing their side of the stories on CSIs, and so forth. And yeah, we're back to square one. We're back to square one with somebody maybe that shouldn't be acting as a manager, doing something that was not quite right, causing me stress, because the course they offered on April 29th, you know, I had a doctor's appointment. It was for a physical. You know how long it took me to get that physical lined up? And I had to cancel it because I thought it was a mandatory thing for me to go. And now I have to wait for 2 more months to get my physical. Now that's kind of a, you know, what do you call that? You know, you manipulate with people, and you shouldn't have done it. And I had to follow your rules and change my whole life. And then I find out that I didn't have to do that. You just abused your position. So what do I talk to about that? Do I talk to Stephen or Peggy or grievance and human resources? Anyway, this kind of makes me upset. I'm 2 months away from my physical. I can't reschedule it because you had done something. All right, we're getting busy here at the Steel Mill Shuttle.
All the way in. Here, Paul, sit over here.